This is Sports Vibes TV. I'm your host, Keith, and I'm coming at you with some breaking news out of New York Knicks training camp. Now, this is not my normal setup. I'm currently on the move, so this is going to be an SVTV on the go edition. Now, we've been having discussions time and time again as to what the starting lineups may look like to start the season, and Tom Thibodeau gave us a little bit of a hint. So before we get into it, let's hear from the man himself to see exactly what he has to say.
Yeah, no, I think the thing is we need shooting. You know, the one thing that I know is that, you know, with Jalen, with RJ, with Julius, we have to put shooting around them, right? Mitch will give us pressure on the rim, so that's what will force the defense to collapse. And so Evans proven, I thought the second half of last year he played really well. So, you know, I think we have good depth at that position. We'll see how everything unfolds.
Does that mean that Evan is the front runner right now to start at that?
Yeah.
So you heard from the man himself. Now let's read a tweet from Ian Bagley. Ian Bagley says, Tom Thibodeau was asked about the starting shooting guard spot with Jalen, with RJ, with Julius. We need shooting at the shooting guard. When asked about it, Thibodeau says Evan Fournier is front runner to start at shooting guard entering training camp. Now there's two thoughts about it. You know, Evan Fournier, he was the starter last season. And if you want to look at it and say, okay, he should enter the season as the front runner because he was the starter the previous year, then, you know, if you want to make that your argument, then go ahead. But if you look at some of the things Tom Thibodeau said in his quote, they were kind of ridiculous. He says we need shooting. Okay, so why does the need for us to have shooting in that starting lineup make Evan Fournier the de facto front runner? Quentin Grimes, I believe, is just as good as a shooter, especially in spot-up situations. You know, Evan Fournier, at this point in their career, maybe he might be the better shooter from three when it comes to, you know, moving shots or maybe off the dribble. But I think if you give Quentin Grimes that opportunity in the starting lineup, you would have the same level of shooting from, you know, catch and shoot situations or spot up threes. And Quentin Grimes is going to give you a massive increase in defense. I mean, it was a small sample size during his rookie season with Quentin Grimes, but the defense we saw from Quentin Grimes, I think, is better defense than we've ever seen from Evan Fournier in his entire career. And if the reports were true that the Knicks do have some concerns with Jalen Brunson being an undersized guard out there and him needing a better defender than an Evan Fournier. So then why is it that Evan Fournier is entering the season as the front runner at the start and shooting guard? And also, you guys know me personally, I think Cam should be the one starting, but the way it sounds like he's not even being included into the likely options to start, because the question was, who do you see starting at the two? Tibbs didn't say, hey, we could potentially have RJ Barrett starting at the two. The first thing he said was that, you know, we need shooting at that two position. And another thing that kind of makes me concerned is, you guys know me, I personally want Cam Reddish to start. And it seems like, based on the way that the question was phrased and the way that Tom Thibodeau responded, is that RJ Barrett is right now entrenched as the starting small forward. So if that's the case, I'm not sure if Tom Thibodeau has Cam Reddish as a potential option at the two. So this, you know, upsets me even more, because it seems like he's very rigid in what his lineups could potentially look like. And you have guys on this team that can play multiple positions, and that should be taken into account when creating that starting lineup. So you guys, let me know what you think down in the comments. Do you think this is a bad omen to start the season, or do you think this is just how it should be with Evan Fournier being the starter last season? He should enter this season as the front runner until somebody unseats him. You guys let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Once again, I'm Keith, host of Sports Vibes TV, and I'm out.